This is a 2009 Lexus IS220 with a 4-cylinder 2.2 litre diesel engine with 180 brake horsepower, mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox. Today we're going to be replacing the pollen filter, also called the cabin filter in different markets around the world. So this is something that you can do as often as you like. It's recommended, according to this manufacturer, it's done every year. So we're going to change this filter. It's relatively easy getting to it in the glove box, behind the glove box. The first thing you need to do is to open the glove box and get rid of anything in there. The first thing you'll come across is this little plastic tray. This sits in the opening for the pollen filter housing. So all you need to do, these are just clipped in, and you just pull that up there on that side like that, and then on there you need to be pulling on the left hand side. You need to just pull out, and you can see how that goes in. So that just goes into there like that, and on the bottom very similar, and you can see they're just pushing to the bottom of the glove box, so that just comes out like that. So now that the glove box is completely clear, you can see that there's kind of a hatch thing here. So there, all you do is put your fingers in there, and there's kind of a ridge thing there which you need to press up. And you just need to go along there, pressing up, and then eventually it'll start freeing up. Get your fingers right in the bottom there, and just raise it up, and there you go. It just comes out like that. You can see there's 4 fins there which just swoop into the bottom there. Now if you can see your cabin filter, that's great news. If you can't, it may mean that you need to put it on recirculation. So I'll show you what it looks like when you can't see that. Now what you don't want to do is to manually lift that up or try and get a screwdriver in there. Don't do that. What you need to do is to put the air circulation to on so that that raises up. So what you want to do is just press that fin there and that fin there, and you can see it loosen up there now. I'm just going to press that off so it's a little less noisy, and this tab you can just pull that out there like that. Interesting stuff. Put a tyre. Don't do this at home. And then off. This is the old pollen filter, and as you can see it's quite grubby. Now take a note when you're doing this. Make sure you keep the casing the correct way around, and also notice which way the filter is as well. You notice when I take that out there, up is pointing up. Now this is because this is an OEM part from Toyota and Lexus. So the filter sits on top of that fan and the air goes in downwards. So all this would normally be recirculating around the cabin from the outside without the pollen filter. So here is the new filter, and this cost about £16.85 off Amazon. Normally I would always use OEM parts, but I think it was 2 or 3 times the price. So because this is a non-internal engine filter, it's not an oil filter, fuel filter, air filter, anything like that, I decided to go for an aftermarket one. And that's a new one there. Man have done the right thing actually. They've pointed to the direction of the airflow, and because the words are the right way around that way, you know for certainty that's how it goes back in. So that can be confusing, because some people will put it like that to keep the arrows the same as the one that came out, but it's not. The airflow goes downwards, so therefore you want the arrows pointing down. Okay, let's get this back in the base now. rid of that old one. Okay, so that's nice and neatly in there, all lovely brand new. Just slide that in there. If there's any type of resistance, it means you're not putting it in right. You should be able to just push it in with one finger and use the center tab to do that. Once you get it into this position, you need to press down on that tab there and that tab there, and then you know it's in place. Great. So now we're just going to bring that cover back down just to make sure it's operational. So I'm just going to press the airflow from outside. You see that? Great. And there you know it's in properly, and you can then put the glove box back together. So the next bit of trim was this, and remember that's got the 4 fins at the bottom, and these go in to the back there. These little bits go at the back, so as you're putting that in, keep it high enough. It's like putting a new letterbox on this. Put that to the back there and then push it down. Great. Next thing is this kind of glove box shelf. Again, you got 2 fins at the bottom there, 2 at the side, so it's easy to put the side ones in first, and then just put that in like that. There, that's solid in there now. And now you have an up-to-date pollen filter. It's quite a hot day today. Oh, what is it? 25. So the part number I've been using is FP1919. The lady does not come with the air filter. The instructions are in the owner's manual. They say you can clean the filter, but £19, and that was for an expensive one as well. You can get them as low as £10 for an aftermarket one. You might as well just change it. You may be wondering what the difference is between a pollen filter and an air filter. The air filter goes in your engine, and you can see it's quite dense, quite solid, and the pollen filter is very fragile, quite flimsy in comparison. Kind of does the same thing, but the air filter, this is an old air filter which I've kept for comparison purposes. There's a lot more can try and get into the engine from the outside because the turbo is sucking all that air in, whereas a pollen filter, it's only been sucked in by the atmospheric pressure from within the cabin. So I don't know whether that's useful, but I thought it'd be interesting to see. Some people might think, oh, I've had the air filter changed, but no, the air filter and the pollen filter are 2 different things.